haven't seen you like this in years.
I took boy last night to do some research. I'm a kung fu coach. I'm gonna get us out from under the line. I got a plan.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the heart of Texas and the spectacular AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. Off we go from AT&T Stadium. They'll get across the 20, mark them down at the 23-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
A first carry here for Devon Achane. And a good start on the ground. He gets 8 on the game's opener.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Throwing is Tua. This one caught by Waller. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Miami. Tua is going to give it to Achane. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 50-yard line.
Go ahead. 19.
Tua. He gets it to the rangy tight end, Waller. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
First down.
That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Trouble one high.
On first and 10, it's Achane. And he'll get forward for about a yard. The veteran, Kenny Clark, in on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
Once again, it's Achane. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
5 yards, and it's fourth down.
They snap it to Tua. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. And he will have a Dolphins first down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 20.
On the ground, here is Achane. And he'll be taken down. Do we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal?
That's another Dolphins first down.
To throw is Tua. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Jason Sanders to kick
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. for the first time with Javonte Williams. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
Second and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll be third down.
Yeah, here we go.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Here we go, 47. Hey, kill. 26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he will score. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas.
So by nature, Mike, you know I am a guy that is generally aggressive on fourth down, but I'm not sure if I was the coach that I would even be this aggressive. I mean, it was fourth and long, but hey, listen, they have confidence in their offense. They have confidence in their group, and hey, who are we to second guess them?
The kick is good. That ties the game at 7.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36.
All right.
On the ground to start the drive, it's H.A. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play.
Brings up second and 7.
But Dolphins in possession of the football. We begin the second quarter. They've got it second down and 7. A shotgun snap for Tua. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First and 10 at the 46-yard
Contact
line.
up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So a lot of options on the table now. It's first and 5. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Tua and his old Bama teammate Waddle for the Dolphin first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and
Here's Tagovailoa. To the outside. He's got Waddle. And they'll get 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards, able to convert on that 3rd and 3.
That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They're right here. Out.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. Open space inside the 10. And he's in! Achane. Touchdown, Miami.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Sanders here for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Dolphins will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. All right, 26.
The drive begins with a run by Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. All right, here we go. Kill. 26.
They'll go again here with Williams. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Go to 54. Here we go. All right, 26.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
6-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Here we go. Kill. 26.
It's another run here for Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1.
Go to 54. Go to 50. Yeah. Here we go. All right, hey, kill.
That is Ferguson in motion. It's 3rd and 1, and here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. All right, 47. Here we go. 46. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's taken in.
Offensively landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Yeah! All right, Hey, 47!
Prescott on first down. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the Dolphins come up with the turnover.
That was a great play by the defense.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Tua going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they were very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This one thrown underneath to Achane. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. He may go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, 73 yards. And the Dolphins march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Broncos.
To throw, here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. They'll go play action with Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 20.
To throw is Nix. Throw left side complete. That's Harvey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Broncos first down. First and 10.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Now it's Nix. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at third and 10. Back to the air with Nix. He'll try and do this himself. He opted to go with the scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and it forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a fourth down coming up. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Broncos take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to pass. Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. It's a pickup of 6.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now Achane on 1st and 10. 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Nix to the air. They set up the screen for Dobbins. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Here's Nix. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now 2nd and 3. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing Nix. That'll be complete to Harvey. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harvey. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Operating from the gun is Nix. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there, as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. Oh, this is blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Tua, the final shot before half. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders to kick off.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A short throw to Ingram. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Taken down at the 30.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They need 2. Here's third down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going. It's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. Here's a give to Dobbins. Fighting inside the 10. And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
That's another Broncos first down. First and goal.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run with Dallas. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Looking to throw. Nix. Touchdown Broncos. R.J. Harvey from 3 yards out. And the Broncos have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Two-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Now Tua. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Tua's going to change things up. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Look at the big fella go. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Here we go, 1st and goal. Tua. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Achane, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
This is 3rd and goal. Here's Tua. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Throwing Tua. He'll try to do it himself. Got a man and he hits him in stride. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And that will force a turnover on downs. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nick's going to keep this himself. He's got a man. Complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell him, oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
One final try for Tagovailoa.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score Broncos 25, Dolphins 20.
Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for two. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that two-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points.
We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you, the veteran Chris Boswell, getting things started. Off we go from Hard Rock Stadium. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A first carry here for Devon Achane. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
No gain on the play. Second and
To throw on 2nd down, it's Tua. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, here's Tua. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first drive comes up and they fail through the air, and we'll have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game. Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
Rodgers going to put it up to get started. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Steelers.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, Rodgers. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Metcalf, the motion man. third and short yardage, it's Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. To the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds there. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got first and goal. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Inside the 5, it is second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And he'll take this down to the 2. But a good tackle there. Going to set up third and goal.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Steelers. So on third and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's 2. Rolling to the left. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Tua, give it to Achane. And a good run there to get him 5 yards. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
To throw is Tua. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
Here now, 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Tua. Escaping to his left. He's going to air this one out. Looking for Hill. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time runs out in the 3rd quarter. One quarter in the books. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Warren. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. That's Bradley Chubb. They're on the stop.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 5. Now Rodgers. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
It's third down and 5 yards to go.
Rodgers now. That's out wide to Warren. And he's going to be out of bounds, well short of what he needed. And the punt team will come on for fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Rodgers. That's taken in. He's got the first down and more than that. And he will go all the way. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, I love it, Mike. We're seeing so many teams nowadays as they approach midfield, even on their side of the 50, keeping their offense on the field on fourth down. And it's certainly a risk. It's certainly up there for debate. But in this case, big chance, big reward, and they come down with 6.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers move out on top, 14-0.
Dolphins nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 31-yard line.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Second and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This one caught by Waller. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
First down.
20-yard pickup there. Good for a Dolphins first down. A run up the middle with Achane. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he is out of bounds down at the 21. Waddle's first catch. Good for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
2 and out on first down. Now screen, set up for H-Jack. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
On second down, H-Jack. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
On the tackle. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
3rd and 2. Tungo Bailoa. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
On 4th down, Tungo Bailoa. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. On play action, Rodgers. And he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Rodgers. That'll be complete to Gainwell. And he's out of bounds, gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a third down.
3rd and 8.
Throwing Rodgers. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
On 4th down, they snap it to Rodgers. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
We have hit halftime. We'll take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Once again, it's Warren. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
He finds Austin with the ground. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
A first down throw from Rodgers. This one down the field for Freiermuth. And a Lucas ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 36 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard
So here's a
line.
1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That is caught. And he's in. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Steelers. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Chris Boswell on 4th and 1.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Now return coming from the 7. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa. Flushed to his left. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short